EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Bitter rivals going back to their AFL days in the 1960s. The Chiefs and Raiders are underway. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Smith going to look to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up.
And you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally he's going to come out throwing here, but that time they couldn't connect.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. And here's a handoff out of the gun. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Smith. Throw caught by Mayer. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. Right now they're ranked number 29 in the NFL against the pass, so 4th from the bottom, Charles.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the 1st. Now Gino. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Raiders at 4-3, a game over 500. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Caught by Turner. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Well, that's one way and a good way to get things going offensively. One play in, and they're already on the move. The defense, they're hoping that's not a sign of things to come as this game unfolds.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Throwing now is Geno. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
In motion, the tight end. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. That's to the first-round pick and Xavier Worthy. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards the pickup there. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You look at this Raiders defense. They were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is part of why this guy's got multiple MVPs on the mantle. We're used to seeing him make the impossible throws, but here Mahomes knows he's got nothing, so wisely just gets rid of it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. That is caught, and he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Mahomes to throw once more. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Running left to give to Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. 7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action. It's Smith. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 27. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Off of play action, here's Smith. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Again, Smith. Being chased out left. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time about where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Mahomes going to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here's Smith. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Geno now to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
At the Chiefs' 6-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they tried runs on 1st and goal and 2nd and goal. Got stonewalled. Now from here, they've got to throw, right?
I would think so, and I would think you also maybe want to come up with something different in terms of formation. Maybe spread things out.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DJ Turner from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have moved out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing now is Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy, 37 yards. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he goes out right around the 39. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a second and short.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Out of the gun, Smith. Just keeping the play alive. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the air again, Smith. Flushed out right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
First down, Kansas City.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. Now Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Chiefs.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy once again. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Xavier Worthy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 right at the 30.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Mahomes now to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. That is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
After the interception, here's Smith rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10.
They'll fake the handoff, now Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
To throw is Smith. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a 1st down?
On 4th down, Smith escaping the pressure right.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. That is caught. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt to about the 48-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Geno.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, man, late in the tight ball game, every play so critical. You feel like you've got to find a way to come up with that football. That was put in a great spot, but it just didn't want to stick in his hands. That's a big letdown.
Desperation time for Smith on fourth down. Flushed out right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with if they could have stopped them right there on that down. Now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had him blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but hey, took off and found a way. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 41.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Geno. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Now here's a fake on the jet sweep as he'll go instead with Pacheco. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
Open man right side is Rice.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll drop to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown.
Rashee Rice.
26 yards.
And the Chiefs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10.
Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Here's 1st and 10.
Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Smith's going to throw it.
They still can't get him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to do what we call flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And he's got it. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all three timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. This now a 3rd and 4.
To throw is Mahomes. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Smith.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Smith.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Chiefs have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home